Okay, I am here with Niles. We're going to be doing an in-depth review of Skam as a series, as well as the final episode, and answering some questions that you guys left for us. So yeah, let's do it.
I'm not ready.
Okay, the first question is, who is your favorite character and favorite moment from each season? Also, a moment that you can relate to the most from each season.
Favorite.
Let's start. Yeah, start with favorite character.
My favorite character probably. I don't know.
Who's your favorite character from each season? From season 1.
It doesn't say that though.
Okay, but well, that's fine. My favorite character, I think, is Nora. I don't like choosing though because I feel like there's so many great characters in the show. Every single character is super established, and I feel I might have a different one every season, to be honest.
Fuck, we should do that each season. Favorite
Well,
character.
We can do both.
Yeah.
Do you have an overall favorite character?
Overall, I want to say Vilda, but not really. No.
That works. You can say Vilda. Vilda was robbed. I wish they had a season.
I'm gonna say Ava.
Ava?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why?
Yeah. Just because season 1 was just like.
Was that your favorite?
No. Yeah, I think so.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Or season
See,
4.
I can't pick seasons. Okay, so many people have asked me. People have told me to rank the seasons from my favorite to least favorite, but I've loved every single season for different reasons. And like we were telling Louisa, every single season is its own story. So it's so hard to say that one is better than the other. So, I don't know. I can't... They're all so different. They stand out in their own ways. They all have completely different storylines. Even though it's the same characters, it's like a different show every season. But just in general, like I can't pick a favorite character because I think that goes hand in hand.
And favorite moment from each season.
Yeah. Well, I could pick a favorite moment. I have a favorite moment. Okay, my favorite moment from each season. Season 1 is when... Is it... Yeah, Ingrid and Ava are in the bathroom, and she says, your boyfriend told me, and immediately everyone thinks that it's Jonas, but they say the blonde kid, and they find out that it's Isak, and Isak, like, got the word out that she cheated on him because he had a thing for Jonas.
Definitely mine too, yeah.
And season 2, okay, oh, wait, I have one for season 2.
Okay,
wait, no, I have
don't
2.
Steal mine.
Wait, I have 2. I might steal it.
Okay.
Okay, the I feel like I'm gonna
Can
steal
I say mine first? Then?
No, I'll say the one I don't think is yours.
Okay.
My first one is the scene where she's playing the guitar for William and starts off as like a joke, and she's just like saying the words as a joke, and then all of a sudden she switches to like complete heavenly voice and just starts singing, and William's head just like snaps up and is like, holy shit.
Ain't the only thing that snapped up.
And I'll let Niles do his, and then I'll say my second one.
My favorite moment, yeah, from season 2 definitely has to be when Nora tells off William's brother in the bar.
Oh, yeah, no, that wasn't mine.
It wasn't?
No.
Okay, they're gonna steal it. Yeah, when she tells him off in the bar.
You're right. That is a good one.
Like death drop.
Yeah,
hair
and then
flip.
and then he's like trying to come up with a bunch of things why it's not,
And
why he isn't guilty or whatever, and then she like keeps coming up with these crimes that he's committed. Yeah.
What? That's the other one.
But okay, my other one is when William says he's leaving, and he goes off in the car, and Nora's like all sad and calls, I think, Sana or Vilda?
Ava, I think.
No. Ava. Calls Ava and says it's over, he left, and then you just see the car screech in the background and park, and he comes out
really
and
screech, but it just like backed up normal.
And pulled up, and just they kissed, and it was, oh my god, love that moment.
I love
so
my parents.
Iconic. Season 3.
Oh my god.
I probably speak for both of us.
Try.
It's honestly so hard to choose because season 3 was fantastic, but Oh Helga Not was definitely the best scene in season 3, in my opinion. It was not even that much happened in the scene, but just the undertones and the sadness and the text message. Oh my god, we all know that I lost my shit when the text message came through, and the way it seemed like so suicidal, and he immediately just stood up and was going to get his man. That scene was so beautiful, one of the most beautiful scenes that I've ever seen ever on a TV show. Absolutely loved it.
Oh my god. My favorite moment from season 3 definitely has to be the pool scene when they break in the house and he's like, it's my aunt's house, she's on vacation, whatever, and you just like feel the tension between them, and then they're messing around, they fall in the water, and you just start going at it, and then it's like the most coolest scene underwater, and then it like pans up and there's like a little girl like standing on the, and you find out that
clearly not his aunt's house.
Yeah, not his little niece or whatever. Yeah, definitely is from season 3. That didn't make sense. Yeah.
Your favorite from season 3?
Yeah.
Okay, favorite. Okay, season 4. I cannot pick one favorite season. I mean, one favorite scene because.
Mine, I can. The van scene.
Oh yeah, that was probably mine too.
Yeah.
But also like the William when he comes back. Yeah, but no, I think the
That's
van
the same
scene.
episode, isn't it?
Yeah, that was all in one episode.
That whole
I
episode
think,
is my favorite
yeah, that's a favorite moment. But yeah, no, the Los Losers scene where they pull up in the van and they're just like call everyone else. You know, we don't need your nice van. We want our friends that we love. That scene, like literally, pulled on my heartstrings. And also the scene where William comes back when Sana and Nora are talking and she says, "I need to tell you something," and Ava's just like, "Who the?"
And then like Sana like goes between.
Yeah, and it's just like slow motion of William getting out of the car, and then they reunite and says thanks for the email, and you see Sana's head like, yeah. So I needed to tell you something.
Oh my
there was another one with Yusuf that was really good though.
The date.
Yeah,
the
that
food?
one, and I thought there was another one too. Oh, my other favorite from season 4 was when they sang Imagine at the karaoke.
Oh my god. And then everything hit the fan like 2 seconds after.
That everything was just like so peaceful and so beautiful for what was like 3 minutes long. Like they did like the whole song. But that scene clearly made me cry. I was not expecting that. When Isak came in and sang with Evan, oh god, my heart.
And then he sees
he sees Michael, yeah. And then he sees Michael, then Isak comes in to save him because he freezes up. And then they sing together, and then Yusuf comes out and tells Sana there's a fight outside, and all hell breaks loose.
Chaos, yeah.
That entire like end of that episode was absolutely incredible. And same with the Los Losers, the end of that episode. Oh my god.
Play that at my funeral.
Please.
The scene come to the band. Oh man.
Okay, so moment that you can relate to the most from each season.
That's hard.
That's really hard. Okay, so for the last part, we're just gonna do moment that you can relate to from the whole series because I really don't think that I could choose one from every single season. It's just, beautiful. But I think for mine, this might sound kind of cliche, but I think Sana's season where, I'm not necessarily struggle with religion involving someone that I love, but the whole idea behind it and like what it stands for, where something is holding you back from being with somebody that you love, or something is keeping you from truly being yourself and confusing you. And I feel like that's kind of what I relate to the most. It's kind of vague, but just her whole struggle this season and trying to figure out who she is but still stay true to herself. I think that was a really, and her mom and her family getting involved with it, but also like trying to compare to her brother and not compare to her brother in a way, but still be on an even ground with him. It's just, I feel like that was a very common struggle. Maybe not exactly with religion, but just in general, I think that was pretty common, especially towards me. So I think that's definitely what I relate to the most from the series.
Damn. All right, my favorite moment or the most I can relate to is definitely season 3 with Isak coming to terms with like who he really is as a person and just like living who you really are and not being scared of what people have to think about you because YOLO, you only live one, no day but today, and you just can't waste any time and you just can't give a fuck about what people think.
You know what else though about like that situation in season 3 is it wasn't just like him coming to terms with his sexuality. It was about him becoming a better person because for so long he was hiding who he really was. Not even about his sexuality. He was pretending to be somebody he wasn't. So he was being an angry kid. Like they said to Evan, I forget in what episode, someone said like you turned an angry boy into a happy boy. Like he was angry all the time. He was starting issues with Jonas and Ava. He was causing problems, and then he meets somebody that helps him be who he really is and changes everything. And I'm not saying that you need someone else to make that, but it definitely helps when you find the right person. So I think that's pretty fucking accurate to a lot of things in life. That fits a lot in life and in general.
Thanks for the question, Bevy.
Scam Masterpiece.
Hell yeah.
Thanks for the question. Okay, Scam Fan 3000 said, to Niles, which girl from the show have you connected the most to?
Probably Chris, because I'm always joking around and...
He's literally the male Chris.
We've made so many bloopers for these videos and,
Took us 40 minutes to do an intro to his video. Outro.
Outro, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Chris, always joking around, but...
Finding the good in the situations
the last
like,
scene with her and Vilda, like, she's still there for people.
Right. She can still be the jokester.
Yeah, like, so definitely Chris. Girl Chris. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So I'll do the opposite of this, which is which boy from the show have you connected to the most? Ooh. I think Isak. I not in the exact way, but I feel like I kind of had the same situation where like I had a phase in my life where I was like kind of unhappy and angry because I was sick a lot in high school, and it just made me sad, and I felt like I was angry a lot, and it took a situation, not a person, but it took a situation for me to not be angry anymore, to be happy, and to like find the good things in life. And I feel like that I connect to his revelation of who he is a lot, and it was really cool seeing him come to terms with who he is and end up happier on the other side of it. And I think at the end of season 3 when he's talking to Ava, what'd she say? She said like, is he your dream boy or something? And he was pretty much saying like, we're taking it minute by minute. And I feel like that is so important in relationships at this point. Not that that's relevant to this, but like to focus on what's happening now and not being so concerned about like, are we going to get married one day? Are we going to have kids one day? Like focus on yourself and getting happy and then worry about that kind of thing. And so seeing him go from this angry boy that caused issues, which like refers back to the other question, which caused issues with Ava and Jonas and just was jealous all the time, was angry all the time, like threw his friends under the bus, to somebody at the end of the series was like literally took the fall for Sana and said that he had posted the screenshots of the messages because Sana's his best friend and didn't want to throw her under the bus. Like this is his character development, and to see him go from that to that was fantastic. And same with William. I feel like it's the same situation. He was very angry and mean and just not happy, and then met Nora, who changed him and turned him into a compassionate guy that cared about what people thought and cared about making people happy. But yeah, definitely the two of them I would connect to.
You do kind of get out of your car in slow motion too, like William.
Yeah, I play music, and then when I get in my car, I just I do it in slow motion. Do like the slow motion hair flip.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. Thank you for the question, ScamFan3000. Okay, also from ScamFan3000 to Kai, what were your thoughts on Isak's treatment of Emma in season 3, and do you think Isak and Emma should have apologized to each other? That's a good question, because I talked about this a lot in season 3, how much it bothered me that they never had like a full conversation talking about like what they went through.
Yeah, I feel like they definitely should have apologized to each other.
I think both parties were pretty not good to each other, because for one, Isak was clearly battling some inner demons and was having some issues within himself, and
Emma just kind of got trapped.
Yeah, she kind of got trapped in a bad situation where it was like she was clearly catching feelings for this guy that was never going to feel the same about her. And for her, that's really unfair, because she never should have gotten thrown in the middle of it. She never should have had to be in that situation where she was falling for somebody that never was going to feel the same way. But at the same time, the way that she treated him was
2016, just whatever.
It's 2016, come out of the closet. Like, do you get to dictate when that happens? I don't think you do. And it's the way that they treat each other was not cool. And I kind of didn't like how their apology to each other was like in front of the lockers saying, "Oh, this asshole wants you to come to a party tonight," or whatever. And he was like, "And he's very sorry." I forget what she said. But,
yeah,
or what he said. But I would have liked to see a detailed talk between the two and had them talk about where they were at, because I feel like they never really wrapped it up. Yeah, I don't think that he was fair, though, to sum it up. I don't think that he was being fair to her, but I also don't think that she handled it in a way that was fair to him either. Because no matter what, if you love somebody and you find out that they've been lying about who they are this whole time and they're that unhappy, wouldn't you be kind of wanting them to be happy? Like, you wouldn't be that bitter about it. You'd just be like, okay, well, I want you to be who you are. If you truly loved somebody, wouldn't you want them to be who they are?
Like, if you're not, like, you want them to be happy.
Right, and it's not
if it's not with you, like,
right.
Hope you find someone else. Like,
yeah, and it's not like he left her for another girl. It was literally because you're not what he wants. I don't know. I feel like you should be a little bit lenient about that. Like, if he was just like, "Oh, I fell in love with someone else," peace, then I would get the anger more. But he tried so hard to like her. He really did. Like, he did everything he could to try and feel something towards her. He flirted with her like crazy and just didn't happen. But yeah, I think we both agree on with that answer. I think both parties weren't very fair to each other. And yeah.
Portman.
Natalie Portman. Thank you for the question, ScamFan3000. Okay, so this isn't a question, but somebody brought to our attention that apparently there was originally meant to be 9 seasons. The writer and director stopped it after season 4 with the intention of starting over for a worldwide audience, Skam Austin, because she realized that more people needed to be able to access the show. I wish she had found a way to make that version accessible to everyone because we sure forced our way into seeing it anyway. But it is what it is, and Skam Austin has been good so far. I don't know if this person wants me to post this because it wasn't really a question, but we did want to touch on this topic a little bit as a break between the questions. And I don't know, what do you think about the fact that they decided to do Skam Austin instead of continuing Skam Norway?
I would have gave my kidneys for 9 seasons of the... I kind of understand the intent, like, what did she say?
To make it a worldwide audience.
More accessible,
Yeah.
like, to more people, but I think they could have found a way for the original.
Yeah, but, like, why didn't they do real subtitles? Like, not... Like, of course, the Skam English subtitles website is fantastic, and thank you so much for doing that. But why didn't they do, like, the what is it called? The
closed caption?
Yeah, the closed caption, like, the official subtitles. So, and release... I get it. I mean, not that many people like subtitle shows. I didn't like subtitle shows until I started this. People recommended me to watch this, and I was like, oh, fine, like, whatever. I'll watch subtitle shows.
I had to, like, prop my TV up on, like, my MacBook Air box because the subtitles would be on the bottom, and I used my iPad. I was like, oh god, I don't want to watch
Yeah,
that.
that's such a hassle, right? And then we ended up falling in love with the show and the characters and loved it. But okay, here's the thing that I don't really get is if they say it was originally meant to be 9 seasons, but they wanted to make it accessible to everybody. But the reason that Skam is what it is because of the original. You know what I mean? So to stop it after 4 seasons to make it an English version just kind of doesn't make sense to me. Like, they wanted to start over. Okay, but that's not what made Skam popular. Does that make sense? Like, the English version isn't what made Skam popular. And, I mean, I don't know the exact statistics of it, but I'd be willing to bet that more people that watch Skam Austin and Skam Italia and every other Skam watch it because they watched the original, not because they found it on its own. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like they could have done something, or maybe even I was gonna say maybe even started over with them speaking English, but
oh my god,
or like but that would have been weird.
Like 9 seasons though, who would be the other 5? Do you think the ones they named
Chris,
the finale?
It could be Chris, Penetrator Chris, Vilda, William, Eskild, maybe.
With her nun outfit.
Yeah. I mean, they definitely could have had enough content to do another season, in my opinion.
5 more.
Another 5 seasons. I don't know. Starting over for a worldwide audience just because it's in English just doesn't really make sense to me, considering how successful Skam was as its own thing in a different language. So they also say we found a way to make the version accessible to everyone because we forced our way into seeing it anyway. So basically, we forced ourselves into getting subtitles for it because we wanted to watch it that bad. So do you agree with them making it in English because we wanted to see it so bad that we added subtitles just to see it? I feel like that brings me back to my original point that the reason that we liked it so much was because of those characters and those actors. And I'm not to say, like, I've only seen 2 episodes of Skam Italia, so, like, I can't sit here and say that it's not the same because that's a different language anyway. But I just don't think that because we added subtitles and we wanted subtitles, that means that we needed it in English.
And I've only seen 1 episode of Skam Austin, and it was basically the same.
Yeah, it's the same thing anyway. It's just in English.
So but
they take away the lovable characters that we like, in the actors that we grow attached to.
They could have easily just brought over the original, like, to Facebook Watch and promote,
Yeah. People, because like they said, we found a way to watch it anyway with subtitles. So do you think it was worth it? I've heard Skam Austin is very good now, but do you think it was worth it to release a whole nother show in English when we were just as happy with subtitles? That's a good question. I mean, I don't.
I love subtitles now.
Yeah,
like it's weird watching
opened,
it without.
Right? It's opened my mind so much to shows with subtitles.
Anime, maybe more. Like anime has a lot of subtitles. Like
yeah, I mean I don't watch anime, but
Yeah.
yeah I get what you mean. Because like I was talking to my mom about Skam, and when I told her she had subtitles, she's like, "Why do you watch all these shows with subtitles?" I'm like, "You don't pay attention to it after a while. You know what I mean? Like you don't notice that anymore. After you get through like 2 episodes, it's just the show."
yeah.
You know, I if I saw Skam without subtitles, it would be weird. Like, it's probably going to be weird watching Skam Austin.
Yeah.
Because I'm, like, used to that story with the subtitles at the bottom, you know?
I always, like, look back, like, when I first started, I was,
Yeah.
like, reading it, I was like, oh, God, and I was like, it was a mess, but then,
Yeah, you go up,
like, halfway through season 1, I was like...
Your eyes adjust to see everything.
Yeah,
At the end.
it was crazy how fast.
You're like, oh, my God, how am I going to read and see what's going on at the same time? But then you get so used to it being there that it's just, you see it out of the corner of your eye and you see everything. So, do I think that it was worth it? Since they're making so many remakes anyway, yes, I think it was worth it. Because it's cool to see it in English with new characters, with essentially the same story.
And
yeah, different locations and different cultures even.
Yeah.
Like different lives. Like as similar as they are, like the high school experience, they are still different. So it is cool to see it in a different language and that kind of thing. But do I think it was necessary? If they weren't going to do other remakes, no. But if they were going to do the other remakes anyway, yes. I think it was necessary to do an English version. Because of all the people that wanted it with English subtitles, you might as well make an English version. But if they weren't going to do any other remakes, then I don't think it was necessary, to be honest. I think the subtitles would have been just fine.
That was hard.
But yeah, shout out to the Patreon that left this comment and had us discuss it. Like I said, I don't know if you want it to be shared, but shout out to you. You know who you are. Thanks for the comment. Okay, don't mind us. We're casually going to eat strawberries while we talk about Skam. And look at these. Look at this.
Yeah.
Louisa literally made us strawberry roses. How thoughtful.
We're working hard.
Okay. So this is from... Oh, I'm going to butcher this name. I'm so sorry. Chalet Star? Shalstar? She tweets me all the time. Shout out to her. I'm so sorry I can't pronounce your name right. You should tweet me and tell me how to pronounce it so I don't butcher it again. Shalstar? Chalet Star? Shalstar. Okay.
Shal.
Which character can you relate to the most? So is that the same though? Is that the same as the other one, or the other one was the opposite sex?
I think we did relate.
Oh, okay.
The moment we related
okay,
to
so
the most.
yeah, so we pretty much answered that one. Mine was Isak, and yours was
Chris.
Okay, yeah. The next question is: when watching Skam, were there any culture clashes or things you found weird about Norway, and what translates to all cultures? Oh my God, the rust busting.
Yeah.
The rust busting.
Like, what the
okay,
fuck?
When that first came up, they were talking about it like it was the most common thing, the most common knowledge, and I was like, am I supposed to know what this is? Because I don't, and I've gone to high school, I don't know what that is. And everyone in the comments like explained it to me. It was so sweet, left huge paragraphs explaining what the rust bus is, and I've known it ever since. So shout out to everybody that commented, because I genuinely would not have known it. Okay, culture clashes, or any things you found weird about Norway. Okay, one thing, high school students drink at every single, like, gathering. Like, I know the high school students party in the U.S. and stuff, but it's normally, like, on special occasions they drink. Whereas, like, here, it's kind of the culture to drink wine at dinner and drink wine, you know, to just drink in general at meals and that type of thing. And what translates to all cultures? Okay, translates to all cultures. I think just the high school thing in general. I've said this so many times in videos. I have never seen a show have such an accurate representation of high school in my entire life. This, like, when you watch this, it feels like high school. That's what high school looks like. It's not having oversized man children, like 13 Reasons Why, where the people look like they're like 25 in high school. I'm not throwing shade, I'm just saying the actors are clearly older. Whereas like this, I heard that pretty much everyone was around the age that they played at the time that it was filmed. So that I think translates to all cultures is the high school experience. And definitely like the drama, like so many things that happen, it's just like that is totally something that would happen in high school.
Especially I feel like the season 4, like screenshots and stuff, like and like today's Snapchat and like sending pictures and kind of, you know, like
like where someone gets exposed on social media.
Yeah, definitely
for sure.
That part.
What other culture clashes or things you found weird about Norway?
Definitely the rest bus, and then I was like, what the Why are they buying a bus? The Rust bus, and then
Oh yeah, the buying of the bus, like the fact, what was it, like $22,000?
they were selling like toilet paper and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what?
To make money.
Like a weird thing to sell, but everybody needs toilet paper. So
I mean, we had like spirit things in high school, but it was never anything that was like that much money or that dramatic of something.
Like a
and even
trip
if
or
even,
something.
yeah, but like even if for prom, like we rented a bus, like it was like $100 a person or something to rent the bus. We didn't
like
buy a bus.
They bought it. They buy it.
Yeah, they buy it. They purchase it.
What do they do after?
They sell it like the
like
Pepsi Max.
in
No, not Pepsi Max. The
other
older ones. Yeah.
Oh my god.